Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with yet another brew review, and today we are gonna dive into another one of the Malt Brothers beers, because today I stumbled upon this summer ale in the cellar. They label this as a classic pale ale. It is only a 4.5% ABV, and I actually completely forgot to look up this beer, so this is gonna be a huge surprise for me. I do see that on the flavor scale, it's not dry and it's not bitter. So a 4.5% blonde pale ale. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this might be a bit on the sweet side, a bit roasty. But I am very curious to find out. When we look at the ingredients, we have eau, malt d'orge et blé, houblon et levure. So water, hops, yeast, and malted barley. And I think blé is wheat. Could be rye. Yeah, I don't have anything more to say about this beer. So... And I know it is only spring, it's not summer yet, but this has a shelf life until the end of June of this year, and I don't want to sit that out. Because these lighter beers, especially the blonde ones, are more susceptible to going off. You wouldn't have that problem with Westvleteren or with a sour beer or a heavy beer. That would be way less of a problem, but these lighter ones are more susceptible to that. So let's not take a risk. Another plain black bottle cap, a lot of fizzing going on in the bottle, so we have released a demon, or at least some carbon dioxide. And let's go for this lovely Malt Brothers Deco glass again. It does have a beautiful color. I expected this to be slightly darker, so a bit more roasty because of the pale ale parts. But it looks absolutely stunning. Seems like I should revise my caps. I think this is a textbook example of... Told you, should revise my caps. I think this is a textbook example of golden blonde. A lot of bubbling in this glass. Looks very nice. Effervescence is beautiful. Quite a lot of foam. I do have some large gaps. Now I am wondering if that is my fault for not using the right rinsing method. Although I do think I used Beckerine, so meh. Foam is slightly off-white, the way that we actually want it to be in this kind of beer. And it does seem to hold despite the large bubbles. Nice. Oh, very interesting aroma palette. Smells very hoppy, and it goes two ways. It goes citrusy and it goes floral. Up until now, no roasty malts detected, so that was just a brain fart I had because I saw pale ale. But this leans for me more towards IPA territory. Fine line, I know. But yeah, the initial aroma that we get here is a bit of carbon dioxide, slightly malty, but mainly initially citrus. But after that, it's all flowers. Nice. Yeah, it smells relatively perfumed. I'm very curious, so let's have a taste. Cheers. Now, first off, the first thing that I notice is that despite this bitterness scale, it goes from light to bitter, from left to right, and it's all the way on the left. So all the way across from bitter. This is actually pretty bitter. Yeah. Very heavily carbonated, I must admit to that. But on the other hand, this beer can have that. There's nothing wrong with that. It is very refreshing. It is very light. In mouthfeel, very pleasant, however, still light. And in flavor profile, apart from the carbon dioxide, slightly bitter, more than I expected, but also, again, very hoppy, very floral. So I'm very curious which hops they use, because this is a style of hops that I'm absolutely not familiar with. And that is, of course, a fun fact about brewers that have wineries, or winemakers, not winers, maybe, that start making beer. These people are so knowledgeable about fermentation, about flavor, about biochemistry, that they do all kinds of crazy shit with beer as well. And we're here for it. I have had some beers that tried to incorporate flowers. For example, Dirk Nouts from the Proefbrouwerij made a beer called Boerbloem, Flower Farmer, which is alcohol-free and a tribute to his brother, who is a florist, a flower farmer. And that was, in my humble opinion, absolutely horrible. Love the can, love the concept, love the idea, but I hated the beer. I was absolutely not a fan of the flavor. This, however, I don't know if they even used flowers. I wouldn't be surprised in the region that they're in. However, it is, it's present, but it's also subtle. It is, like I always want, balanced. Interesting. Yeah, very nice, very light. And since this is made in a region that I mainly visit for climbing, and a bit of wine as well, I think I'm gonna stock up on these, like just a few, because 4.5 is amazing. Just to get refreshed after climbing, come off the rocks, go to the camping site and pop open one of these. Awesome. Because we have tried that with things like Chevaux Blanc and Duvel, and no. We should ease into it. But this is quite nice. Also perfect for the summer's day. So I do understand the name Summer Ale. The after flavor is also quite hoppy, quite bitter. So it's not an aggressive bitterness, but a mellow, soft, pleasant bitterness. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 3.75. I was thinking 3.5, but this deserves a 75. It's just that it has that tiny bit extra that we should reward. Okay, that all being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a comment down below. Share a video if you want to support this channel. You can also just visit me in Antwerp and we'll have a drink. If you have any other plans in Antwerp, let me know and we'll work something out. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon, you'll get notified whenever I upload something. And I will see you guys again in the next video with yet another brew review. Cheers!